Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to unlock an absolute superpower. We are diving deep into the science of reading people, specifically exploring 7 psychological techniques used by the FBI and top behavioral experts to instantly read someone's true intentions. If you master the concepts we're about to cover, you're going to have the toolkit to ensure you never get played again. You'll literally be able to look someone in the eyes and instantly know, are they actually telling the truth or are they just using you?
You know that universal, deeply painful feeling of betrayal when you trust the wrong person? You think they're fantastic, their words are super sweet, but then, eventually, their true colors show. Maybe it was a bad business deal that went sideways, or a relationship that went sour. And you're left asking yourself, was I totally blind? How did I not see this coming? Well, friend, you weren't blind. The fundamental problem here is that while our schools do a fantastic job teaching us math and science, they completely ignore the vital science of human psychology. But we're going to fix that right now.
All right, let's jump right into Section 1, scanning the body, from head to toe. To kick things off, let's learn how to systematically decode physical tells before someone even finishes a sentence. We'll start right at the top with eye-blocking behaviors. They say the eyes never lie, and psychology absolutely backs this up. When someone is feeling uncomfortable or when they're outright lying to your face, their subconscious actually tries to shield them from the stress of the interaction. You'll see this manifest as rapid microexpressions. Maybe they suddenly close their eyes right in the middle of a sentence, suddenly cover their eyes with a hand, or you'll see an unnatural burst of rapid blinking. It's basically the brain's biological response to cognitive overload, trying to hide from the deception it's currently managing.
Now, what's truly wild about pupil dilation is that it is 100% involuntary. You literally cannot consciously control this. When we see someone we genuinely like, or we're discussing something really exciting, our pupils naturally expand. But when someone secretly dislikes you, or just feels annoyed by the conversation, their pupils will actually shrink. So, the next time you're on a date, or sitting in a high-stakes business meeting, watch their pupils. A person's mouth might lie to you about how much they love your pitch, but those shrinking pupils, they simply cannot lie.
Moving down to the mouth. Manipulators are often, well, incredible smilers, so you really need to be able to spot the difference between genuine joy and a calculated performance. A genuine smile, which is known in psychology as a Duchenne smile, doesn't just stretch the lips, it crinkles the outer corners of the eyes into crow's feet and actively lifts the cheek muscles upward. On the flip side, we have the fake Botox or Pan Am smile. With this one, the lower half of the face moves, but the upper face and the area around the eyes remain completely rigid. If their eyes aren't smiling, they're just putting on a performance for you.
Dropping from the face to the voice, let's contrast a couple of highly revealing verbal red flags. The actual words someone uses, they honestly matter a lot less than how they're spoken. If you ask a super simple question and they respond with a longer than normal pause, filling the air with uhs and ums, they are constructing a lie in real time. Their brain is working overtime to build a story. But if they answer almost too fast, like before you even finish asking the question, and flood you with a mountain of unnecessary details you never even asked for, that means the lie was preloaded. They probably rehearsed the whole shebang in the mirror beforehand. Truthful people generally answer calmly, with exactly the details needed and nothing more.
Dropping our gaze all the way down to the floor brings us to a truly fascinating insight. When deceivers lie, they focus almost entirely on controlling their facial expressions, right? They make sure to smile, they make sure to nod, but they completely forget to control the lowest part of their body. This is exactly why former FBI agent Joe Navarro gave us this golden rule: honesty lives in the feet.
So the crucial point really comes down to alignment. Imagine you're talking to someone, and their torso and face are pointed right at you, and they're smiling. All looks good, right? But look down at their stance. If their feet are pointed towards you, they are genuinely engaged in the connection. However, if their body faces you but their feet are pointed toward the exit or the door, they're just being polite. Their mind is already checked out and is actively trying to leave. Use this brilliant psychological hack to know exactly when to stop talking or switch the topic.
Which brings us nicely to Section 2, decoding behavior and testing true character.
Transitioning from static body language into dynamic interactions, let's look at the absolute easiest way to know if someone likes and trusts you: mirroring. When someone truly feels connected to you, they will unconsciously start copying your physical movements. If you lean your elbows on the table, a moment later, they do too. If you smile or lean in, they do exactly the same. It's a biological sign of real chemistry and comfort. And actually, here's a quick pro tip for you. If you want to impress someone, subtly mirror them. They'll feel a natural pull toward you without even realizing why.
But on the flip side,
You really need to pay close attention to anti-mirroring. If you lean in enthusiastically and they physically pull back, or if you offer a really warm smile and their face remains completely rigid, that is a highly significant indicator. That anti-mirroring tells you loud and clear that there is zero chemistry or that they secretly disagree with what you're saying, despite what they might be nodding along to.
Now we arrive at a formal psychological law of character, and it is a real game changer. The waiter rule. You can instantly tell what a person's true character is by observing how they treat individuals who have less situational power than they do. If your date or your potential business partner is overwhelmingly charming and sweet to you, but then snaps at a slow server or talks down to a driver asking for a slightly higher fare, write this down. They are not a good person.
Because what you're seeing in that exact moment is the mask dropping. They are simply performing for you right now, because they need your resources, your time, or your approval. The chilling truth is that the day your usefulness to them runs out, they will treat you exactly the way they just treated that doorman, housekeeper, or server. That behavior is the true face behind the mask, so whatever you do, do not ignore it. Finally, let's toss the academic psychology aside for a second and talk about your ultimate tool, your gut feeling. Your brain is literally a supercomputer. When you meet someone and inexplicably feel uneasy for no logical reason, it's because your subconscious has already caught all those subtle micro-expressions and negative energy that your conscious mind completely missed. That uneasiness isn't just paranoia. It's a vital biological warning signal telling you to pay closer attention. I want to wrap up this explainer by turning it over to you. Think back on your own life experiences. Has your gut ever warned you about someone right away and you turned out to be completely right? Your energy never lies. Reading people can seem really difficult, but by applying these 7 FBI secrets, from watching for eye blocking to testing the waiter rule, you're going to see the world in a totally different light. Start trusting your intuition as your ultimate human lie detector. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. I'll leave you with this. Next time you sit down across from someone, what will their feet tell you before they even open their mouth?